Welcome, guys. David Tash here, NCAA All-American athlete, 0 to 7-figure business owner. And today we just want to come to you guys with a short message and just explain to you about social media and what we're doing. And I just said explain you, it's pretty funny. But anyway, that's my Vincent in action. English really isn't my first language. That's another story. But anyway, a lot of my friends are asking me, so you start up Tash Advertising, exactly what do you guys do? So we say, we're a social media management company. And they ask, okay, what does that mean? So I want to talk to you today about the two types of social media. There's your organic social media, which is like your posting, your engagement, that sort of thing. And then there's your paid social media, which is like direct response. Now, some of you guys, I'm going to explain both of those in depth. Let's start with the organic one. Well, first I want to say that whenever you're doing paid social, organic really helps it out, right? Because you already kind of have a following, people kind of know you. It's extremely hard to run an effective paid campaign where you see a great ROI, which is your return on investment, without there first being some type of organic engagement, right? So let's talk about organic social media. Organic social media is when you post on a platform like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, some Twitter, some type of social platform, and you kind of build a following. Now, the thing about organic social media is that it takes a long time for it to actually start to work, right? And then it takes a longer time for you to actually see results. But it's worth it because it's just sweat equity. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything unless you outsource it to an agency. And that's really not what we do. And there's tons of agencies that do a great job at that. And if you need, I can refer you to some because we've met with so many marketing people and agencies throughout our journey, our quest to learn. But the key thing about organic is that it's going to take time and it takes consistency. So that's what organic social media is. Now, when you go to paid social media, you're pretty much you're jumping ahead of that timeline, right? You're kind of like you're sprinting instead of running a marathon. Effective paid social media campaign can literally yield results in less than 3 days. You can launch a campaign and you can start to get customers in your door the very next day, right? Now, to do that effectively, it takes a lot of things. It's not something that just like magic. You need to have a couple things in place. And that's why we're saying that organic social media is so important, because you need people to know who you are before you can actually effectively sell to them right away. So they really work hand in hand. But I just want to kind of clarify that, talk to you guys about paid and organic social traffic, social media. If you have any other questions, you can comment below. And I'm going to introduce you guys to Rachel. She's our campaign manager, who is really kicking butt right now. So she's going to talk to you guys a little bit about, you tell them.
Hi, I'm Rachel. So I'm going to discuss framing, which is one of our techniques. And for framing, we first focus on who we're advertising to. So say we're doing a swim school for our campaign. So our first question would be, who are we targeting? And that would be parents, usually. So we would target parents for a specific town or area within like a 10-mile radius, let's say. And then our next focus would be what? What are we advertising? And obviously we're advertising swim lessons or any type of swim camp or program, etc. And then for the why, which is why are we advertising for a swim school? Well, to save your child's life. And for the why, we usually use emotions that attract different customers to our campaign. And then for the how, our how is it basically executes like our campaign, like how are we doing this? We're giving you a 50% off deal for a lesson, etc. So basically, it's really important to use framing because it like encapsulate it.
Big word alert. Big word alert, people. Encapsulate.
Yes.
I don't even know if that's a real word.
No, I said it incorrectly. Anyway.
I wouldn't know the difference.
We basically, it's an umbrella for attracting our consumers to our ads. So yeah, that's pretty much framing for you.
Awesome. And guys, I also want to point out that when you're marketing to people, you really want to have a conversation, a dialogue to them. So even though it's an ad that's going to be seen by thousands of people, you want to act like you're having a conversation with that that perfect customer, right? You want to think about what their objections are and what's going to really what's going to really cause them to take an action that you want them to take. So it's so important that you have a proper offer, something that's compelling enough that they take action, and then it's so important that you frame it. You frame it in that order, so that way it makes sense to them, right? So don't forget to have a conversation with your audience, and thank you for your time. I mean, we love you, Tash Advertising. See you guys on the flip side.
Bye.
D-Rock, make it flip or something.